Little Sprouts. I'm going to share this non-fiction book with you about humpback whales. Remember, non-fiction means this is full of real and true information. A non-fiction book teaches you things, and this book is going to teach us about these wonderful, amazing creatures called humpback whales. Humpback whales are not fish. Unlike fish, they must come up for air. Humpback whales have two blowholes. They blow air out and then take air back in, just like you. So we breathe in through our nose or mouth. Those are two areas that we can take in and let out air. A whale has these little things right here on the top of their head, and they're called blowholes. And the reason that they're on the top of their head is that way they only have to peek out of the water just a little bit in order to take in and let out air. Look at the marks on their tails. Are any of them the same? Nope. Each humpback whale has its very own tail mark. It's kind of how they can tell each whale apart, is that each one has a different marking on their tail. Humpback whales make nice sounds that we call whale songs. Other humpback whales can hear these songs from far away. A baby whale is called a calf. The calf drinks its mother's milk. Humpback whales are mammals. Did you know that you are also a mammal? So you're not that different from a whale, even though we look very different. Two or more humpback whales are called a pod. The pod works as a team to get food. So they live in a pod and they travel in a pod, and this helps them gather food and stay safe. Humpback whales eat little fish and krill. These are the little fish they eat, and these little things here that are pink, that's called krill. That's their favorite food. But how do they catch them? First, they swim in circles, blowing bubbles. The bubbles act like a net and trap their food. They swim up quickly to catch the little fish and krill. So look here in this picture. Imagine there are little fish right in here. The whale will swim around and around and around, blowing bubbles, and their bubbles make a little net trapping the fish. And then the whale can come up right through the middle of the bubble net and eat all the fish and krill. Humpback whales do not have teeth. They have baleen. Baleen lets water out but traps little fish and krill. This right here are their baleen plates, and they act kind of like a filter. They have small enough little slats in them that the water can be pushed out, but those slits are too small for the fish or krill to come out. So the water goes out, the food stays in. Humpback whales like to jump out of the water. They come down with a big splash. We don't know why they do this. Does it look fun? It's like they're playing in the water. Here's some words that we learned in this book. Blowholes. Do you remember what the blowholes are for? That is where they let out and take in air. That's their breathing holes. This is a calf. That's the baby humpback whale. Pod. That's the group of humpback whales that live and travel together. Baleen. Baleen are what they have instead of teeth. It lets the water out and traps the food in. And these little creatures here are krill, and that's their favorite food. What did you like best about the humpback whales?